I about ran out of product today, so there's some gaps.
Some gap between your thighs, girl.
Yep.
I'm a cake eater. Never watch that.
Yep.
I've been known to eat a cake here and there.
Mm-hmm. Nothing batter. Get it?
Ah, up top. Good one. We made it back!
And we're real.
We made it back, guys!
And we're raw. And we're rugged!
Shit!
Probably gonna be a little rusty, too.
It's been a long time. Been a long time. Yeah. I don't know what we're doing, but we're back, guys.
We're just happy to be back. We missed y'all.
We've been gone all summer long.
How y'all sexy mother truckers doing?
That's right, guys.
I hope you guys had the best summer. We had the best summer. We actually took the summer off. It wasn't planned. Our kids actually have a shorter summer break, and his mom has been needing a lot of help with her health.
Absolutely.
She lives 6.5 hours away. So,
guys, before we go any further, those of you that aren't interested in what we did this summer, I'm going to put a timestamp up right here so you guys can go check out the reaction. But, yeah, man, we got to do, we seen like 5 different concerts this summer, or 5 different artists.
It was nice to have, as parents, like, we're with our kids 24/7, and we love that. But it was nice to have somebody be able to sit with the kids while we got to go see a couple of our, like, all-time favorite
Absolutely,
artists,
man. We got to see King ISO, Kasky, Evanescence, Korn, Doobie.
Yeah.
Man, we've seen a lot of good stuff. Yeah, we had a good summer, guys. We went and did a lot of fun stuff, but we are back.
We are back.
We are no longer going to be not putting out videos, and we figured what better way to start things off than with a brand new artist, brand new band we've had so many requests for. We actually have heard them one time, but we haven't covered them on this channel. We did a live request once, so we've seen one of their videos before in the past. The song we are featuring today, which is Popular Monster by Falling in Reverse. I had no idea that Popular Monster, because I've heard that before. A lot of people, I haven't heard it, but I've heard of it before. A lot of people have requested it. Our kids even came to us and they were like, Mom, Dad, you guys got to check this out. Do it on your channel. And so we figured what better way to start things off than with some Falling in Reverse.
We actually took a little while to get back in the studio because we were building a new PC.
Absolutely,
and
guys.
we recorded that, so that will be a video that's coming out pretty soon.
Yeah,
as well,
so those of you that are, we've had a lot of questions about what kind of gear we use and stuff like that. It was actually a lot of fun, so you guys will see that come up on the channel. But guys, if you're just now getting here for the first time, make sure you subscribe
and ring the bell so you know when we drop that next hot ish that y'all love.
And another thing we like to do before we get started on this channel is we grab your drinks. If you've got something to drink, grab a hold of it, crack that bitch open just like that, and toast those haters out there, guys.
And why do we do that? Because they need love the most.
That's right, guys. We don't believe in hate. We think there's too much of it in this world. So what we do on this channel is we push positivity and love as much as humanly possible. We're here
to have a good time, to escape from the mundane life and just love each other and find our like-minded communities here on this platform. That's what it's all about, honestly.
That's right. All right, you ready to do this music? Let's do it, baby.
Woo!
Down.
Woo!
Up.
Woo!
Down. Hold. Oh my God, that was loose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time featured on this channel, not the first time ever on the channel, but the first time we're actually devoting
a dedicated
video to this group. This is Falling in Reverse.
Popular Monster.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I don't even remember the last one, to be honest with you. I remember the video was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. wake up every morning with my head up in a daze. I'm not sure if I should say this, fuck, I'll say it anyway. Everybody tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. I don't know if it's a phase, I just wanna feel okay, yeah. I battle with depression, but the question still remains. Is this post-traumatic stressing, or am I suppressing rage? And my doctor tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Yeah, it's not a fucking phase, I just wanna feel okay, okay. Yeah, I struggle with this bullshit every day.
That was hard, man.
Yes.
That was hard, man. He said, everybody want to tell me that I'm going through a phase or something like that. This is not a fucking phase.
I just want to feel okay. So
Wow.
he's talking about mental health here, obviously.
Wow.
And isn't that so relatable?
I'll tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
the video already is grabbing me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's what
I remember about the
That's
last
what we
one.
were just saying
Mm-hmm.
with the last one. Now, as far as I know about this group is what one of our subscribers during the live stream basically told us the last time.
Yeah.
I believe the lead singer is Ronnie Radke, I think is how you pronounce it. That's it.
Dope name.
You guys will find out that we do absolutely no research before we go into these kind of songs.
We don't want to be swayed this way or that way.
Absolutely.
We like to think for ourselves. Absolutely.
If
experience
people,
it for ourselves.
the most we'll ever hear about it is what people tell us during a stream or in the comments. So.
Yeah, it's not a fucking phase, I just wanna feel okay, okay. Yeah, I struggle with this bullshit every day, and it's probably cause my demons simultaneously rage. It a bleed alright me, the strength so corrects me. I'm about to break down, searching for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. Not a popular monster.
Wow. So
I love that change that he did there.
yeah, the transition
Yes.
from like a hip hop vibe
Yeah.
all the way in. I don't
I
understand
love that kind of mixture
how
of genres.
the talent it takes to switch into that kind of like that rage type of
Yeah.
screaming but singing at the same time.
We're gonna have
like
to
that's
watch
some hard shit,
Yes,
man.
we're gonna have to watch a live of theirs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I would
that's
love to
gonna
check them
be-
out live.
yeah.
The transition when they went from the main, like I guess the build
Yeah.
into the main part of the chorus was fucking phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
You know
so
what I mean?
clean, so crisp,
Absolutely.
but so original, so versatile. Like
And-
there's some like hardcore talent here.
Well, and these lyrics, you know what I mean? They are talking about some deep shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
what I like about what he said in the hook is he is acknowledging, you know what I mean, what other people are thinking of him, or he's acknowledging what he thinks of himself. I
Right.
haven't got that far yet in the song, so
Maybe
I don't
a little
know.
bit of both, because mental health can do that, and
Right.
it can really like split you into parts of yourself that you don't want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and it
Right.
can make you think things that aren't really true about yourself.
Yes, and with the term popular monster, I'm loving how they're using it in this hook already. The way that society wants to portray I guess the people with mental health in such a negative light.
Yes.
I
like
realize
they're crazy and they're
right. I
kooks
realize
and
that it can be very
they're-
negative for those
yes,
people. You know what I
yes.
mean? But that doesn't
that makes
mean
it worse.
that doesn't mean that there's something, that they're
that they're a bad person.
a bad person and that they need to be thrown away. You know
And
what
I think
mean?
we all struggle with mental health on some level of the spectrum.
Oh, I agree.
Men and women,
Yeah.
at all ages, all races. I think we all have it during different phases of our lives. I know it's not just a phase, but during different phases of our lives, I think it, can challenge us, and obstacles can be too much, you know,
Absolutely.
and especially with this world and how society is today, like it can be too much. We're not meant to be the type of machines that they demand us to be.
Absolutely. I'm gonna take it back. I want to kind of catch this whole break again here.
I
Damn,
love
did
that.
you hear that?
I love love the piano.
Man, this guy's got
I
range.
think I'm going nowhere like a rat trapped in a maze. Every wall that I knock down is just a wall that I replace. I'm in a race against myself. I try to.
Ooh.
I love
Okay.
how he's got the on every R he says.
Yeah.
It just puts this
Well, it's
kind
got
of
that.
like
I think it's got that
griminess.
monster in it.
Yes,
It's got that
yes.
in it. You know what I
love
mean?
that style.
I like how he said that every wall that I knock down is a wall that I replace. You know what I mean? Like, that's deep, man,
Yeah.
because you can look at that as like, you know, when people put up walls, you know what I mean? They put a
it's
protection.
for their safety, yeah.
And when you're trapped inside because of, let's say, you know, traumas or some kind of, you know,
PTSD,
mental illness, like, you know, like it could be even something like an OCD or something like that, and you want to break those walls down, or you let somebody help you break those walls down. What he's saying is every time he breaks one down, it's a wall that he's replacing. So he's saying that every time he hurdles an obstacle, every time he gets over an obstacle, he's creating another one. You know what I mean? Whether he's creating it through, you know, what it took for him to break the last one down, or whether it's, you know,
you get more and more
society
vulnerable.
or other people reacting to what he's doing. You know what I mean? I love where he's going with these lyrics. I really do.
Every wall that I knock down is just a wall that I replace. I'm in a race against myself. I try to keep a steady pace. How the fuck will I escape if I never close my case? Oh my God, I keep on stressing. Every second that I waste is another second sooner to a blessing I won't take. But my therapist will tell me that I'm going through a stage. Yeah, it's not a fucking stage. I just wanna feel okay. Okay, motherfucker, now you got my attention. I need to change a couple things, cause something is missing. What if I was a lie? Tell you everything is fine. Every single fucking day, I get closer to the grave. I am terrified. I'm feeling safe.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, this wasn't like the last one that we, you know what I mean? Like, I think this has got way more, like, God, what's the word am I looking for? Way more, layers to it. Yes, you know what I mean? Like, not that the last one was bad at all.
We'll have to go back and listen to that one again.
We would never re-feature somebody on this channel if it was something that we weren't digging. Man, I am thoroughly impressed with his lyric writing. I'm thoroughly impressed with the music in the background. Have you like even the electronics back there? Like I'm assuming, you know, they've got some sort of keyboard, maybe DJ,
and with a rock
like that.
band, we always acknowledge the whole band.
Absolutely.
It's not just a one-man show.
No, it's
like,
not at all.
We respect the whole damn thing.
They did an amazing job with the builds. I think builds are a must in songs, kind of like, you know.
It's almost like storytelling.
Absolutely.
Like when you write a paper.
You have to get that punch across. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Doing a phenomenal job of that.
To keep the listener interested and invested.
Yes, let's go back to the lyrics. There was a couple of spots in here that I wanted to touch on.
Okay, motherfucker, now you got my attention. I need to change a couple things, cause something is missing. What if I was a lie? Tell you everything is fine. Every single fucking day, I get closer to the grave. I am terrified.
He said, what if I was to lie and tell you everything was fine? That's what a lot of people fucking want from people in this world. Especially, you know, we've had a lot of instances where we've had to cut out like family members and stuff like that because of narcissistic behavior
come from narcissistic
and stuff like that. And so it's one thing to get in touch with yourself and be yourself and stuff like that, but it's a totally different scenario if you're trying to, I guess I don't want to say no, you don't want to try to make anybody happy. You know what I mean? Because if you were out there trying to make like your family happy or something like that,
you'll lose yourself.
They're going to want to see this before they want to know the truth. If your truth is what he's talking about, they're not going to most of the time want to hear that, hey man, I've got these fucking, you know, issues, you know, I need some help type of thing.
Those type of people are all me.
Right. And I'm not, now keep in mind, I'm not saying that doesn't exist, because I'm sure that there's some households and some family members out there that are, you know, 100% strong. We don't have that. We have that with each other, and that's it. You know what I mean? And those of you that are new here will see that, you know, if you stick around. That's
helped us learn what's healthy versus what's not.
Absolutely.
Like, we really got to know that once we, you know, connected with each other and grew as individuals and a couple.
It took experience to know that, you know,
toxic
it
as
was
fuck.
bad for them. It was bad for people around us that were watching us, you know, looking up to us maybe. And it was bad for ourselves to tell everything's fine. Don't worry about it. You know,
we are
whenever we
conditioned
had
to do
something,
that.
you know, that was tearing at us inside, you know, and he's even taking it, you know, every day I get closer to the grave. You know what I mean? Like it's a detriment right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So.
What's a lie? Tell you everything is fine. Every single fucking day, I get closer to the grave. I am terrified. I fell asleep and I will again. Crash my car just to feel a new pain. Erase me, separate me. I am lately, 'cause I'm about to break down. Searching for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. Not a popular monster.
Fuck yeah!
We're sick and tired of wandering, praying to a God that you don't believe. You're searching for the truth in the lost cloud. So the question I ask is, where the fuck is your God now?
Fuck! Hold on, motherfucker.
Where is your God now?
That was intense, man.
Okay.
Holy fuck, my nipples are hard. I'm
My
serious.
clit's hard.
Oh shit! Damn, that just happened. Thank you, Ronnie Radke. I'm gonna get lucky tonight, maybe, or you might.
Yeah.
No, seriously, let's take this. There's a lot of shit to unpack here.
Yeah.
Let's take this back a little bit, man. So, fucking. Let's give some love to the band right now because that fucking
oh my gosh, that double
that thrash moment, you know
yes.
what I mean, was fucking intense. It made me want to slap the fuck out of my grandma, man. I'm not kidding. And I don't even, you know what I mean? I don't even have a grandma. That's what's crazy. So I'll slap the fuck out of your grandma. I don't know. You know, but it did. And then when the video, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting to the point to where I'm having a hard time focusing on, like, say, the lyrics and interpreting the lyrics because the fucking video's so
That's
good.
what's so hard about doing a first, like, ever listen and a reaction at the same time, because a lot of people will tell us not to talk. We're not those type of people.
Nah,
if we're going to react, then you're going to hear what we think about it.
If you guys want to come here and not hear us talk, you're in the wrong fucking place.
And there's two of us, and we have our own minds.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about it.
So, he's
and it deserves that.
And we haven't even got to really even touch on the part in the hook where they do the transition where the notes shift and they go lower and then he comes up with the range, you know what I mean, and goes this guy is a fucking phenomenal vocalist. It's fucking crazy.
For as dark as a song, it was so beautiful.
This shit is going on rotation.
That is kind of what mental illness is, because I've been through it. I'm going to get deeper on it when we go into our Bar the Dare lyric of the day that's coming up. But it is a beautiful disaster. You can't usually see it while you're going through it, but you can when you reflect on it.
And I mean, he's even touching here where he's talking about, you know, he's searching for a way out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so many people are that have to deal with stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're searching for a way out, and really all they need is support and somebody to just be there for them until they can find it. You know,
usually they need to lose their mind to find their soul.
Yeah,
that quote always helped me through my dark times, and that's so true. You literally have to lose your monkey mind, your conditioned mindset of everything we've been taught, which is unfortunately leads us farther away from our individual selves.
Yeah.
Because nobody could teach us about our individual selves.
Yeah.
That can't be taught. That's something that we have to experience and grow into. And, you know, we get, you know, belittled and criticized for wanting to be ourselves, and they're wanting to hurt us all together. And they do that from early ages on in education. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody's got to be part of the cliques. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, what's beautiful is everybody being unique. That's our superpower. Nobody else is going to be us but us.
Hell yeah.
So that's our fucking superpower.
Absolutely. Okay, I know people are probably going to cuss me because, you know, of how I'm doing things, but I'm going to take this back, guys. guys, I want to hear this breakdown again. And I want to catch it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run the rest of the song out so we can hear things. And I will go ahead and I'll silence my phone so that doesn't happen again.
That's
but,
our ring camera.
yeah.
Somebody might be breaking in, but
That's
it's okay.
guys. That's okay. Music first,
Yeah,
man. Music
it's
first.
priorities.
That's the way shit works. So let me take it back and let's check out this whole bridge to the break and then the fucking thrash
Let's
and all
do
that
it.
shit.
Mm.
All right.
I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. Not a popular monster. Down, falling into love, now we're falling apart.
So good.
Popular fucking monster. Yeah, here we go again, motherfucker. We're sick and tired of wandering, praying to a God that you don't believe. We're searching for the truth in the lost and found. So the question I ask is, where the fuck is your God now?
Damn, man, that was fucking hard.
Cause I'm about to break down, searching for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. Not a popular monster. Break down, falling into love, now we're falling apart. Not a popular monster. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. I'm a popular monster.
Wow. Fuck, that was so
You know.
good.
Mm.
That was so fucking good.
That was so fucking good.
Damn. Damn, man. So,
Our son, our oldest son that lives with us, he is gonna be so fucking pumped to know that we just did this.
So,
I
guys,
see why he was pumping it so hard.
the ending, okay? So, when he
Lots
turn
of
when
symbolism
he,
here.
yes, when he turns into the monster, you know what I
Yep,
mean? And he basically lashed
He
out.
loses his, yes, he
Right.
loses it.
Yeah. So, do you think the kid at the end was a symbolism for possibly, you know, something that, you know, he needed to
Bring himself
get
out
away
of it.
from that monster that, you know, of
Like
himself?
maybe he had a
Or
child
is-
himself.
Or is that something that maybe causes the monster? You
Right.
know what I mean?
Maybe
is it
his
something
inner child
stemming
in
from
trauma,
his
yeah,
traumas? You know
like
what I mean?
childhood.
Like I would love to kind of know where his head was at.
Yeah.
You know, in that whole
That's what's great
depiction
about
there.
music too, though, is that you can literally interpret it any way that it feels to you.
Yeah.
And that's why people make music. It's always fun to know
Yes.
both, though. We love both.
Absolutely. Man, that was fucking awesome, guys. That was Falling in Reverse.
Popular
fucking monster.
monster.
All right, guys.
Woo!
It ain't time for you to leave just yet.
No, this is the fun part.
This is the fun part. We're just getting warmed up, guys. Those of you that have been here before, you might know what's coming up. Those of you that haven't, it is time for Bar of the Day.
Hashtag BOTD or lyric of the day, whichever you prefer.
That's right. So what this is where my beautiful lady and I will pick our favorite bars or lyrics of this song. We're going to let you know what they are and why, and then it is your turn to go down in the comment section, leave a hashtag BOTD, LOTD, whichever you prefer, and let us know what yours are and why. This is where we get to kind of
Slow it down. And appreciate the art that these
Absolutely.
artists really put into this. Like, this might have been, you know, almost 4 minutes of our time, but this probably took
This was
4
a-
months of their time to make or write even.
What a lot of people fail to stop and realize whenever it comes to any type of art is that shit was created from nothing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? These artists, these guys came together and made this fucking masterpiece out of the air. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And we like to slow things down on this channel and appreciate the lyrics, kind of go through and interpret them in different ways and that sort of thing. That's what you
Yes.
guys will see here on the channel.
Well,
And for
this this world is so fast paced. I think
Yes.
it's important to do that in all areas.
Absolutely.
Of
And before we go on, those of you that are into that type of stuff, go to our Patreon. The link will be in the description. We are starting to do a members-only breakdowns of different songs where it's not just a first listen or anything like that. It's where we'll go through and we will interpret or break down different bars, different lines from our favorite songs, new songs, that sort of thing. But it's going to be a members-only thing.
That's why we started this channel in the first place, was because we would do this in our spare time, like on our date nights and on our, trips and stuff like that, and we absolutely love it. I mean, it's magical. Music is magic.
Absolutely. All right, guys, so I'm going to go first because mine comes first in the song, and that's just kind of how we like to do things. It's a little bit of our OCD, but that's how we like to do things. So mine is, I battle with depression, but the question still remains, is this post-traumatic stressing or am I suppressing rage?
Good one.
There's so much into that one line, those two lines, that one bar, I should say. First of all, I love the way he did the post-traumatic stressing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I love how he's comparing that PTSD and playing it, doing the wordplay with the post-traumatic stressing.
Yes, like
you
it's
know
an
what I mean?
action that he's doing in the moment.
Right.
It's not just a diagnosis.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I was getting ready to touch on. Is a lot of people, when they hear PTSD, they focus on the D, the disorder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't look at it as a actual
verb
thing that is happening, that people are doing. You know what I mean? He's saying, is this post-traumatic stressing or is he just suppressing rage? And in my opinion, it's both.
Oh, it's two of the same.
You know what I mean? It's both. And I really feel like he knows that in this song.
Yep.
But he is getting influenced from outside sources and, or
you always
society.
question what's wrong with you.
Absolutely, and he
you wanna
feels
be
like,
better.
he feels like, oh, okay, so is this just PTSD or am I actually, needing to let some fucking rage out?
Yes.
Am I being triggered for real? Is there something wrong with me?
Yep.
When in all actuality, it is 100% both, especially if you're questioning it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And it's the rage building because of the stuff you've been through that's
Absolutely.
caused that trauma.
Absolutely.
That's caused that PTSD.
Absolutely.
So that means that there needs to be some healing that happens rather than just focusing on what you have. Yes, that's part of the process, and that's what you have to figure out first.
Yeah.
Because understanding is everything. Your brain just can create order once you understand something.
Yeah.
But don't focus too much on that and let it become like a title of yours.
Right.
You want to focus on the healing
Absolutely.
after that.
You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want to become it.
Yes.
You want to overcome it.
Yes.
If that,
Good
yeah, up top, man,
Yes.
just on the fly, just like that. Beautiful lyrics, guys. Let's listen to this bar the way Falling in Reverse intended it.
Just wanna feel okay, I battle with depression, but the question still remains, is this post-traumatic stressing or am I suppressing rage? And my doctor tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Yeah, it's not a fucking phase, I just wanna feel okay.
All right, my beautiful lady, Britt, what is your bar of the day?
And what if I were to lie, tell you everything is fine, every single fucking day I get closer to the grave, I am terrified.
Absolutely.
I picked this one because
first of all, I knew she was going to pick this
yeah,
one. So.
it was because it is relatable for me.
Absolutely.
I've actually been through depression myself, and it was so fucking scary. I thought depression was like sadness. I would joke all the time, not joke, but, be dramatic and be like, oh, I'm so depressed when I was younger and stuff like that because, something stupid was going on, or I thought it was a big deal then, and it was to me at the moment.
Yeah.
But in, the big scheme of life, once you get older, you realize those things aren't really that big of a fucking deal. But at that moment it was, and I would be dramatic and be like, oh, I'm so depressed, because we're not educated on it.
That's what I was getting
And
ready to say.
depression, you would give anything to feel sadness.
It is
you feel nothing. It's nothingness.
Big misconception, and don't get me wrong, it is something that you can be sad over.
Yes, for
but
sure.
it's not
You mourn
necessarily.
your old
it's
self.
not that. What she's saying is it's not that exact verb.
No.
During the process,
It takes everything away from you.
And a lot of people don't understand that, especially if they haven't been through it. I didn't
No.
understand that. I didn't understand what depression even was. I had to educate myself.
We thought I had health issues.
Yes, I had
because
to
I
educate
also
myself
had
on it.
panic attacks at the same time, and now that I look back and I reflect on it, I actually think those panic attacks were trying to save me. I think my nervous system was on overload. I was going through a lot at that time, and I always prided myself on how good I was about taking care of the stress in life. That I thought that was just a duty that we have to go through. And because I'd been doing it my whole life, and I've always said that I was, 20 going on 40, but that's not healthy, and that's not how we're meant to live.
A
but
young chick with an old soul.
Yeah, but it took me going through that to realize that stress and worry, our systems aren't made to do that.
Absolutely.
It actually overdrives our nervous system, and then it's not in your head. What you feel, those physical symptoms, those are really happening because your head has went into overdrive, and your mind and your body are connected.
I mean, and
everything is connected.
Well, speaking of connected, it does, because it kind of ties into what he was saying earlier in my bar of the day. If you don't let that out, if you're not able to express that and get that out, it will turn into something like that. You know what I mean?
And what was the quote? It was pretty funny, and I mean, a little, some might see it as, disgusting or whatever, but it said that emotions are like farts. And it said that if you hold them in, it's going to hurt.
Absolutely.
And, some are silent, some will clear a room, but they need to be let out in a healthy manner.
That's right. My lady compares stuff to farts.
No, I read it in a quote.
That's what we do. I think it's beautiful.
And I had to and that's how it ended, was it's natural.
Absolutely.
That none of that should be taboo at all. And it's the truth.
It is 100% the truth.
What us humans are made to do, which is feel emotion, should never be taboo. And we should never be ashamed of that. But there's two different types of panic attacks and depression. There's the type that you can outwardly show, and then there's the type that, you feel like you're a burden on everybody and you keep it to yourself. That's what I had. But I got to a point where I was sitting and staring at a wall for 8 hours and lost that time and had no idea what was going on. So I knew that it was time to come and tell him that, hey, it's time to figure this out.
Absolutely.
And once we did, he actually got incredibly vulnerable and incredibly emotional. And once we figured it out and did some research, and
you got to find out what it is.
The empathy he felt for me, it was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And he literally quit his job immediately. And most people would be like, no, how do you do that? We were the same way, and that's why we were in the position we were in.
Just did it.
And it was the best decision of our lives.
And it worked out. We're not
was
advising.
Was it scary? Yes.
We're not advising everybody to go quit their jobs and stuff, but we are advising you to do what you need to do to take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones if they are in that similar state, because mental health is no joke. It needs to be addressed.
And the universe will co-create with you
when
you're going on your right path and having faith in yourself, your true self, your mind, your body, and your soul simultaneously, and having it healthy, and then because then you can actually have a relationship with your source too. You can't do that if you're not one with yourself.
Absolutely.
You just can't.
Absolutely. Beautiful lyrics. Amazing fucking song, guys. Let's listen to these lyrics the way Ronnie Radke, Falling in Reverse, intended it.
Something is missing, what if I was a lie? Tell you everything is fine. Every single fucking day, I get closer to the grave. I am terrified of the slave.
All right, guys. That was an amazing time. Like we said, if you like that kind of stuff, make sure you check us out on Patreon, because we're going to be doing a whole bunch of that stuff over there. All you got to do is be a member. All right, guys. Please subscribe.
And ring the bell so you know when we drop that next hot ish that y'all love.
That's right, guys. We are also finally on Instagram. If you guys haven't seen the little pop-ups pop up, we are finally on there. So if you guys want to check us out there, you can kind of get some behind-the-scenes stuff. We post all kinds of stuff over there. We're starting to get into it. I know it took us a long time. We're dinosaurs, but that is what it is. But
we're not really social people. No. We have found our social community here on this platform, which is amazing, because we always desired that in our lifetime, but like we were talking about our toxic relationships that we've had, you kind of give up on that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Because it's exhausting, you know, and you don't want to keep doing it, especially when you have a partner that is so awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm just happy with that. But community is important, and us coming together is important, and being there for one another.
Speaking of coming together and being there for one another, make sure you guys come check us out live. We try to stream at least 3 times a week.
We have a lot of fun.
As long as everything works out in our day-to-day lives. We update
on the community tab.
We are on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays Saturday nights, and it's always Central Time, so make sure you guys check us out. But before we go, we're going to do one more thing. I know you guys are like, quit fucking talking. We love you guys. You are important.
So much. And you're beautiful in your love. Get out and do something that's all about you. Don't get out and be what society wants you to be. You get out and be you, because being you is beautiful.
Yep. I always like to try to tell people to do something that they love,
and enjoy.
Something that makes them happy at least once a day. Even if it's something simple, just do it once a day, as much as you can, because the more you make yourself happy, the more you do things for yourself to make yourself happy, you will make yourself a better person, and you will become happy.
You'll find yourself.
Absolutely. And that's what we're put here
That's
for.
our purpose.
Yes, we're put here to find ourselves and play with ourselves.
Yep.
That's the best parts of life, guys.
Yes, we totally encourage
All right.
that healthy behavior.
Absolutely. We love each and every one of you. We will see you guys right back here tomorrow, and I can guarantee you that her and I are going to be just as
Real. Peace, guys.
later.
Hey, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Yes, and if you want to get more involved with the videos or the channel, you guys can check the Patreon link in the description.
We appreciate your support so much. And remember to subscribe here, and you can find your favorite artists in a playlist right down here.
Later.
Peace, guys.